All right, we did it. We made it. We're back for another week of the Fireside Tales with Indigo. I'm that Indigo guy. I'm definitely excited to get going again. Got everything starting to get rolling on the social media stuff. Definitely been exciting to get caught up on a lot of that kind of stuff. Got the Facebook Live thing going, so that'll be interesting to see if anybody comes and hangs out with us tonight from that. So what we've been doing so far is going through the Tales of the Yawning Portal. It's a series of adventures. Hi, Kitty. Yes, I know. I love you too. It's a series of adventures from the Wizards of the Coast team over the years and over the various issues of Dungeons and Dragons is the game that we're here to play today. From all the way from the original Red Box first edition up until 5th edition, which is what we'll be playing here. So it's been a lot of fun. They took all of these adventures, put them into a series that'll take characters from an arc from first level to 15th. Somebody turn off a camera?
We lost Yang.
No. Okay. That just moved everybody.
And now I'm somebody else.
Sorry, it disconnected me. I don't know what happened.
Okay, we're all back in the... Yeah, okay. Good, I don't have to rearrange all the cameras all of a sudden. That's awesome. Anyway, this is a series of adventures that gets everybody from first level to 15th. And then we were going to kind of do some of my own homebrew stuff after that, which I've been kind of setting the seeds for as we go here. So it's been a lot of fun doing that. And also the purpose of this is to kind of get me caught up with the 5e rules. The last time I was really playing Dungeons & Dragons was a few moons ago. And it was in the 2nd edition is what was kind of my golden era for that. So it's also a bit of getting me caught up with the 5th edition rules. And having a lot of fun with that. A lot of these guys are already established DMs in their own right, so it's been a lot of fun to kind of hang out with these guys, and they definitely enjoy that storytelling side of Dungeons and Dragons. So it's fun to play it with them, being in that storytelling mindset, of course. It's good to see some familiar faces out there already. Definitely thanks for hanging out with us. I hope everybody's doing okay during this whole, virus thing, this whole lockdown thing, whatever's going on in your state, where you are, where you live. I know it's affecting everybody in different ways. Whatever it is that you're doing to maintain and cope, please, keep doing that and keep, keeping positive as much as you can. I know I've been kind of going through it as much as everybody else has, but, we are all in this together and, we're going to make it through this thing. But that is one beautiful thing about Dungeons & Dragons is it does allow us to kind of take our minds off of reality, take our minds off of the things that kind of, affect us in our everyday and kind of pretend to be someone else or something else for a minute and just kind of have fun and tell stories with some friends. And that's one of my favorite things about D&D as a whole. So, that being said, let's go ahead and jump right back in. We did just finish up with the Forge of Fury. It's the 2nd adventure in these Tales of the Yawning Portal. And we are just about to dive into the 3rd dungeon in the series of adventures called the Hidden Shrine of Tomoe-chan. And this is a dungeon that is set in like a lost, Aztecan or Mayan kind of a setting. Central Southern America, back in that kind of more of an ancient kind of a setting. So I'm definitely excited to get into this next adventure. I apologize in advance if I brutalize any of the pronunciations of some of these names because they are very long and intricate and I am not trained appropriately for saying them. So I will definitely do my best on that. But let's go ahead and pick up back in the Manticore's Tale because that is where we left off with our adventurers here. In this tavern where all of their adventures have started out as they have been going through and kind of increasing their own abilities, their own levels. and has kind of become a home of sorts for these guys. So, as we pick up here, we did have some time go by. As you guys were working on various projects throughout the course of a week or so, you guys were going to take some downtime to research spells, to research magic items, do some foraging. A couple of the party members accomplished what they had wanted to do and then had set off to kind of pursue personal matters that had kind of come up in the course of this, and hopefully maybe we'll see those guys again, and we're gonna see what kind of takes us forward going into tonight. So as this week kind of comes to close, we're gonna pick up here, and it's about the afternoon in the Manticore's Tale, and the four of you guys are sitting around this table that has kind of become your area to meet while you are here. Was there anything left that you guys had wanted to go over or discuss before setting off?
Did anyone ever check back with Alondra? I mean, are we just gonna leave him down there doing the whole druid?
Good point, actually.
That's a good question. Sadly, I don't know this Alardro. You've talked about him before, but I'm unclear.
Yeah, I mean, didn't you guys leave him down, Des, to build a grove or something? Like, isn't that gonna take a while to grow a bunch of stuffs?
Well, yeah, no, he's got quite a bit of work ahead of him. I'm just wondering during this downtime. I mean, I know we were all focused on whatever we were doing. I was wondering if any of you guys checked in with him.
I don't know him, so
I do not.
Well, excusing the one person who doesn't know him, okay?
I do
can tell
not.
you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I do not disturb a shaman.
I mean, he's kind of got a point, says, and I tell you what, I ain't ever going back to that Citadels again.
It's just coming across thoughts because, down in the dungeon and stuff, we all sort of met people we've known before.
write him a letter? Is that what you're suggesting?
That way, I wasn't suggesting. I'm just saying he came across my mind because of our recent adventure and the whole, Greyback meeting. Even though, unfortunately, bad stuff happened, he did meet an old friend, and then I saw somebody who apparently knew me. It's just people from the past keep popping up, so because of that, I thought of
Maybe we should leave him a message. He seems at least capable if he was able to survive with you.
Yeah, he was super useful. The whole turning into a bear thing, or I think he turned into a tiger one time, I'm not sure. Point was very useful.
I mean, I just saw him turn into a spider, and his eyes got all big, and he got a bunch of them eyes and stuff, and it was all multifaceted, and he was all oogity boogity. Yeah, man,
that was more creepy than useful.
Yeah, I mean, I see all kinds of stuffs like that where I'm from, and I don't need to be seeing all that, sis. Just trying to hang out with you Nomos folks. And you see this little closet is just kind of sitting at the end of the table, and he's got this, I don't know, it's like a chicken leg, and he's just sitting there and he's dipping it in this sauce, and he goes, taking big old bites off of this roasted chicken leg as he's sitting there talking to you.
And Jot, what was that? And I know we had this whole conversation before. You're a fiend or a demon? I mean, I'm still not entirely sure about the entire difference.
Well, I'm like one of them closets. We just like these little guys. We just goes around and we just helps out them big guys and stuff. We helps them out with missions and stuff. And every once in a while, some wizards and stuff, they want to call us down and have us help them out and stuff. And mostly like this boring servitude thing, and then eventually they gets whacked off by something, you know, like just something just takes them out, and then we just can kind of go back and do something for a while, you know, like, I don't know. Like I said before, man, like I've had a few masters and stuff, and like, I don't know. I mean, like the little guy's over here, you know, he's pretty cool and stuff, you know, like he's all right, you know, King Gok, what's up?
Yeah.
Did you just call him king?
Well, yeah, you don't see that crown on his head? It's all like wrought iron, and it's got like all
I
of
do
these
have a crown on my head.
these dragon fangs and like these teeth coming out of there, and he's very kingly now. You know, he's got like that statures and stuff. Just look at him.
Oh man. Josh. Jeez. Really proud of up to the
What's
boss
he giving
right
to say
now.
all that?
About at this point, you do see that Brasnic had kind of started making her way across the bar. And she comes up next to you, Gok, and she like taps you on the shoulder, and she's kind of got like this tray in her hand, and she just kind of holds out a hand to you. She says, "Yeah, so I heard you guys are taking off soon, and I'm gonna need that payment for last night."
So what? Wait.
Well, you know, dearie, when you know, you bought some rounds for everybody.
I bought rounds for everybody.
Well, yeah, you know, she kind of points down at Jot, and she says, when the little guy was saying, you know, all hail King Jots, and said, you know, just go ahead and put it on the little guy.
Oh. Put on the little guy. Yeah.
And Jot just kind of like, you know, puts his head down and takes another big old bite off of
I don't know,
his
little
chicken
guy.
leg.
Can you like get some out of your pocket dimension and pay for everybody's drinks?
And she's just, well, actually, dearie, you know, like, because, you know, like, you guys all, you know, went upstairs and stuff, and honestly, there was a couple of rounds after that. And, the total's going to be 103 gold pieces.
103 gold.
And you see Jot just kind of take a bigger bite off of his chicken, kind of looks around like...
Yeah, little guy, you gonna pay up right now?
Well, she said put it on the little guy's tab, and I assume
Oh
she
no,
knew.
I'm saying there's the little guy. Right there.
Well, you know, boss, you like the kings and stuff, and, you know, like... You know,
Yeah.
like I just figured you like, you know, you just want to take care of your, like, all of your new subjects and stuff, and just take care of, you know, like all the peoples around.
That doesn't sound like Gok at all.
That
And
sounds like somebody's trying to like brown nose me
You
and
see
then just
Raznia.
trying to pay for his bar tab.
You
right
see
now.
Erasnia's kind of tapping her foot a little bit.
Do you have that type of money, Gok?
I mean, I really don't want to have to pay for it, considering I feel like I'm being strong-armed
honestly,
into
sir,
this right now.
This is not the first time something like this has happened, and, well, I'm afraid to say that we have a strict policy when it comes to familiars, that if something to happen with the familiar, then it is their owner's responsibility.
Oh, let me open my pocketbook right
Yeah,
now.
I mean, you know, that seems like a really, like, a fair rules and stuff, you know, like, because
Oh.
obviously people
Oh, I
can
don't
come
wanna hear
in
it.
here and
I don't
just
wanna hear it
causes
from
all
you,
kinds
okay?
of troubles and stuff, you know, like, you wouldn't want just familiars doing stuff like that, you know, that's messed up.
I'm going to pay the 100 gold right now.
It's actually 103 gold pieces, sir.
Oh, 103. Okay, let me just give that extra 3. Okay.
It seemed
Yeah.
King Gok has deep pockets.
Yeah. Yeah. You better help me out with my thing, Ratul. You gotta remember that.
That's a lot of alcohol.
as you pay this,
Oh
she's
boy.
like, well, thank you, sir. And you know, she kind of goes off, and Gok, you know, he's just like, yeah, that was very generous of you, boss. You know, you're just one of a kind there, boss. I really like this.
We're in a public place. I'd kill you right now, Josh. Like I just Eldritch Blast you right now. Just saying. I know you come back,
What?
but I don't care.
What do
I'm
you?
so mad. I'm
Why do you
so
mad?
mad.
Well, you had a really good time down here, boss. You know, was hanging out.
Oh,
we
you
just tossing
probably
some
had a
drinks
great
around.
time down here.
Ah, man, it was a blast. I'm just telling you this. You're a good boss. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a good boss.
He just kind of takes a bite. He just kind of says, sit on an egg yourself.
What was that?
What? Oh, you're good boss. So like, is it just gonna be us now? It's like, it seems like, like, there's only like 4 of us left over here. It's like,
Greyback said he was sending for something.
oh, he did say something like that, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got like a raven or something.
So, as you guys are kind of hanging out and with the impeccable timing of Dungeons and Dragons, you suddenly see this door to the tavern swing open, and through this doorway, as taverns do, everybody kind of stops and turns and looks. You see this man step through this doorway, clad head to toe in this very elegantly made armor. And it looks like it has these almost like talon-like spikes jutting off of it. And you can see this helm that comes down that almost looks like a face of a dragon itself. And you see these wicked horns coming back off of this helm. And as he steps into this tavern, you see him set the butt of this huge spear on the wood floor. And
These aren't the raised brow from Ratul.
Druk, what do you do when you enter this tavern?
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to Tobias.
Okay. What'll we be having, lad?
One drink, please.
We'll be having a fiery grog or a little bit of that elven ale. Elven wine.
Fiery grog. What is that?
Oh, well, it's a drink of kings, it is. If you've got the stuff for it, lad.
Why not? I'll try one.
Well, all right then. And you see him turn around, and he grabs this mug off the wall. And he walks over, and you see, like, it almost looks like this glowing stone. It seems to have, like, this reddish glow to it. And you see this pot sitting on top of it. And you see that this pot seems to have steam coming out of it. And he takes this big ladle, and he stirs it around a little bit, and he just pulls out this big, long pour of this almost thick, like, drink of a brew that seems like no man should be drinking. And he pours it into this cup, and you see him pull this long wooden thing off the back of the rail, and he drags it across the back of the bar, and you see it light up into flame. And he takes it and he touches it to the top of this brew, and it bursts into flame. One fiery grog for you then, lad.
Those theatrics could sell the drink all on its own.
I suggest you drink it fast.
I'm kind of just sniff it.
Huh?
How does it smell?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. This smells like the foulest brew that you've ever gotten in the most backwater, dirty alley tavern that you've ever been in.
This
Sounds
may
like-
very well be the worst drink I've ever had. I'm gonna try to drink it.
Aye, lad. It'll put hair on things you didn't even know you had. Go ahead and roll that Constitution check.
First roll, good character.
Come on, let's see those big numbers. Big numbers, big numbers.
13.
Alright.
Wait, did roll in GM?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't roll it publicly. That's my fault.
Let's see those big numbers. Big numbers, big
Do I
numbers.
need to re-roll it, or 13? It's a 13.
Okay.
Wait, did roll in GM?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't roll it publicly. That's my fault.
See those
I think
big
I sent it
numbers.
just to
Big
you and
numbers,
GM
big
on the Roll20 by accident.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to make sure all the feeds are working properly. Okay. What was that number that you rolled there?
13.
A 13. That is going to be enough. So, and as you pound this thing down, and it is definitely tastes as bad as it smells, but you are able to kind of get it down, and as you kind of upend it, it just kind of quenches itself with the fire part of it, and as you finish it off and slam it back down on the counter, you see Tobias already sliding a regular dwarven ale across the counter at you. That'll make a nice chase there, and that'll be on the house, lad. Nicely done.
Thank you.
What brings a dragon slayer to these parts? Hi, lad, I know what you are.
You're familiar with my order. Well, was my order.
Oh. Bond like that's not easy to break. I've seen your kind before, lad. Stout men. Stout of heart, stout of arm. What can I help you with today?
I hear tales that a black dragon seems to have been causing some trouble.
Oh, aye, lad. Great black dragon was causing lots of trouble around these parts for quite a time.
Where can I find it?
Oh, lad. Your timing is either quite impeccable or quite poor. You see them over there, they've recently slain the beast.
Just gonna turn around and look at the party. See a goblin, an orc, a half-elf, and a dwarf with a little demon sitting on a table.
I'm a high elf.
Or, excuse me, high elf. My apologies. My
She
apologies.
will not let you forget that.
Hey, that's a player making the mistake, not the character.
No, I know. Just remind me.
And then I'll look back at Tobias. Them. The four of them.
Well, there are a couple more with them.
Just raises a brow, drinks on his drink for a second.
I
So
thought
the
the same
dragon's been
about
slain.
them. I wasn't quite sure that they had what it took, but seems they were quite successful. Look at the little one there. You see his crown that he's got on his head?
Oh, I recognize the teeth.
Aye, freshly made, that is.
Impressive. Especially for one so small.
Oh, they call him the Dragon Slayer now. Might be he.
Really?
Might be he could be one for your order.
Kinda just looks back again. Maybe it's a stable hand.
Oh, you never had a goblin serve as a knight before.
Never. It would be a first.
Aye, he's one for surprises, that one.
He's just gonna sigh for a second. Unfortunately, that bears ill.
So you came hunting a dragon.
I needed the money.
Aye,
I needed the power.
power lad. Speak on then.
I need to get stronger. That's all you need to know.
Those golden, I assume, experience that you're after?
I'm sorry, what?
Then it's golden, I assume, strength, power, experience that you're after. You wish to grow in strength. Do you have something you're after? And he kind of looks at you just with this insight for a moment.
I'll just kind of meet his gaze, somewhat, not really like.
Gibbs.
Face doesn't change very much.
Gibbs just donated $20. Oh my god. I freaking heart you, dude. Thank you so much. I can't even thank you enough. You are the best. So that brings the question, what do you want to give these guys as a reward for your amazingness? Are we giving them inspiration? Are we giving them dice rolls?
Well, we give the monsters inspiration.
Are you going to give me inspiration? Do I get all the dice rolls? Because that would be cool. That would be super awesome, I'm just saying,
Don't! We already dealt with one crit. We already dealt with one critastic spree by zombies. We do not need more.
We could have it with.
I feel like Idala went on a little run there too. She had her moment with the crit machine.
We could have Aztec lizard people do that.
So
they're not lizard people.
While we wait to hear back on that.
No, I mean actual. Because we're going to a different location now.
Gotcha.
Have.
Who knows what we're gonna face down there? Yeah. Maybe troglodytes.
Maybe.
So he says, "Well, I know these ones aren't ones for sitting around too long. I'm quite sure they've got another little adventure planned, searching for gold and treasure and power and the like, as you lads like to do. Oh, I miss my days out on the high waters, sailing the open seas, coming alongside another boat for plunder. Ah, the days. I'm sorry, lad, I was reminiscing. I didn't hear you there.
I don't do this for want.
Oh, I could see there's a serious bent about you. What is it you're after then, lad? Are you hunting?
Something like that.
I can see it in you. You'll not rest, will you?
I have a foe that must be slain, yes.
I feel like we've all come across that in our lives. Slain me own. That's why I'm here before you today. Well then, lad, I suggest you go talk to them gents. Perhaps there'd be a little coin in it for you. I'm sure there'll be enough in the way of use of that spear. Look like you can handle yourself, yes?
Yes. Unfortunately, I kind of needed the money for that dragon's hide. Being beaten to the punch definitely is like a good kick to the stomach. Good to slay a dragon. That is a feat indeed.
Oh, that might just be the fiery grog you're feeling, lad.
Quite possibly. And I'll turn around. I guess I'll start walking towards the party.
Okay.
And I'll put the spear now that I'm actually indoors. I guess I did it when I was walking to Tobias, but on the back of the armor, there's something for me to hook it into, and it just locks in place and pretty much stands up behind me.
Okay.
But with it, it towers above my head even further, so that's why I have to take it off to go through the door.
Okay. Do you have a helmet on?
He does.
Yes.
Okay, so we can't determine what you look like at all.
Well, from the nose below, it's visible.
But no facial features enough to determine what race you are.
Oh no, you can tell I'm human.
I mean,
human jawline.
Yeah, but
human jawline
could be half elf.
He's a human face.
Maybe, but yeah, I'll walk over.
I know, I like that new mod view. It's super dope. So, Gibbs said that all the players are going to get inspiration, and I get dice rolls.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah, Gibbs, I love you. You're so awesome.
Curse you, Gibbs! Curse you, and
You guys
7
all got
generations of your
inspiration.
family.
She
No,
loves
he
you
gave us-
guys
he
too.
gave us inspiration too.
She gave you guys
Don't curse
inspiration.
Gibbs.
I remember there was one
He's just
night
playing fair.
a couple of years ago when I was in a campaign. I was a player, and one of my friends came and started watching, and he started donating to the GM to basically have me murdered. And Gibbs was my superhero dude. She started like matching dude like for donation. Like it was so freaking funny, dude. But anyway, Gibbs is my hero.
Wait, we all
I
get
freaking hate
inspiration?
you. Everyone is
Yeah.
going to get that inspiration, and this guy's going to get some dice rolls, and I'll check that out and see and what it is. I guess it's probably like a D10 or something.
I see. But also, bless you, Gibbs! Bless you and 7 generations of your family!
The next 7 generations are blessed.
And also curse them so it evens out, you know? You get
No.
7 generations of blessings.
Don't
and
listen
7
to the
generations-
goblin. Don't listen to this freaking goblin.
Hey, dude, what?
He
what?
hurts you too. He appreciates that.
Thank
I
inspiration.
do appreciate you,
Sincerely,
Gibbs. Yeah.
that you're helping support us play.
That was the game that you turned me into a blue tabaxi. Yes, it's true. She also donated enough that she got to make a game-altering event happen in the game, and her choice for the whole campaign was to turn my tabaxi blue. So, there's that. Somebody just turned off their camera again.
Money well spent, honestly, I've got to say.
Dirty, dirty dog.
I have no idea why that keeps happening.
Okay. I'll just let you know when it happens.
Well, when it happens, I can't hear you. Y'all stop moving. It's like the whole call dies. I have to leave and come back.
All right. All the cameras change position when it happens, so that's why I notice. Because all of a sudden,
I'm sorry.
it's all good. It's technology and live stream Dungeons and Dragons when there's a ton of cameras involved and all that stuff. So, let's jump back into this because you guys do see this armored warrior walking up to this party. Resnia had walked off with her tray full of golden coins and trinkets, courtesy of one Gok Blackrock.
Very angry God.
An annoyed little goblin.
Well, yeah, I think that's pretty
God, I've
accurate.
been waiting to do that for a week. I'm just telling you right now. Okay, Jot's been waiting for a week. That little bastard.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you guys do see this armored warrior walking up to the party. And do you say anything to these guys as you walk up?
I was going to describe it myself a little bit more now that I was getting closer. They could see me a little bit easier.
Please do.
As you get a better look at me, I'm a massive dude, 6'3", and all this armor. It's half plate. As he said, custom made. It's cerulean blue. All of it, like from head to toe, all of it's straight cerulean blue. There's some cracks in the armor and some designs that kind of look like lightning bolts, some darkened for a dark sky. The helmet has sapphire. The lenses for the helmet are made of sapphires, but it's translucent. Or at least from the one side, it doesn't look like you can see in it. So like opaque from the outside. And like I said, he described the spear, and it's got. You see the head of it now. There's 2 more sapphires on each side of it, where the blade juts out into a single spike. Off that spike, 3 more come off it, and then go forward towards the front of the spike, making it almost look like a dragon's claw, so to speak. And then there's an ornate design all around the handle, going down to the bottom. I understand y'all are the ones that slayed the dragon.
Oh, are you,
I was the one who slayed the dragon. I mean,
You get the final hit.
I slayed it.
Are you Ryback's friend? He said he was sending someone.
I don't know a Ryback.
Stranger just walks up to our table and expects us to answer to him?
I mean,
You were exactly the same way, pretty much.
that is true, Mario.
All
You're
I
kind
did
of
was
weird.
ask you if you were the one that slayed the dragon. There's no need to be rude.
Well, yes,
just-
I'm the one who slayed the dragon.
We
He
slayed.
got the final hit.
I
Okay.
slayed
Finally.
the dragon. You
It
were.
was a team effort, He has
Okay.
a final hit, and he won't
Red-
shut up about it.
Like, Ratul was bleeding. You were hiding somewhere. I'm pretty sure Mara would have just died. And I came in and saved all of you. Okay?
I was unconscious. I don't remember anything.
Yeah, see? You were unconscious. Just doing whatever. And I killed the dragon.
Finally.
And that's why I have the crown on. Brasnic, I mean.
He has the crown on because our friend Hurryback, I guess as a last ha 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 or FE to the party, chose to make him a fucking crown and boost his ego further than it needed to go.
No, this is beautiful.
I mean,
The dragon is no easy feat.
she was very tough, honestly. That's why most of them were pretty much bodied immediately.
It's actually the second dragon that they've faced.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, most of you guys was like, Dragon Mead, seriously? Like, you guys was all just gonna
They
be
faced another
fine, and then, like, Gok just came in and
They
he was like,
lived to
kablow,
tell
kablow, and he just took it out, and, I mean, he's the Dragon Slayers for a reason, guys, I mean.
Exactly.
Druk, I know it's your job to be his hype man, but again, team effort. Even you helped. It wasn't just him. It's not like he had this epic thing where he's like mano a mano with the dragon. He just got the last hit in. That was it.
Look, I pretty much destroyed the dragon after you guys saw them, okay? Like, look. You were like a roadblock, and I was like the wrecking ball that went in to just destroy the dragon.
What are those?
Oh, right. It's like a big rock on a rope. It's kind of like...
Meanwhile, this knight standing here just like, oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, I'm trying to explain...
Just because you guys killed a dragon and he's like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
No, I killed the dragon. They helped me kill it. They helped me kill
Alright,
it.
so, yeah, okay. That we slayed the dragon, Gok got the last kill, he's the dragon slayer, blah, blah, blah. What did you want?
I'll make this easy. Which of you is the leader?
We don't
think
really
I have a leader.
We kind of like...
And no matter what he
Gok's
says,
like,
no matter what he says, he is not the leader.
No, I didn't say
I mean,
the
clearly,
leader.
obviously,
We
the
kind
guy
of
with the
share.
crown on his head's going to be the leaders around this party. So, I mean, just go
Right.
ahead and address
Nothing.
the kings, and then, we just disseminate the informations from this.
Okay, well, which one of you is capable of talking business?
I'm listening.
Business. What type of business are you wanting to deal with? You need hire. We already.
Unfortunately, you guys have taken my quarry from me in slaying the dragon. I needed the money from slaying it. I find myself broke.
I mean,
This
are you
was
sure you need money?
out of
'Cause you
nowhere.
got fancy ass outfit.
You got a awesome
This
suit
was
of
a
armor.
gift.
Oh.
Both of these were gifts. This is a treasure, as I point back at the spear.
Well, you need some money. Are you just a mercenary who needs us? Who like just wants money?
I am no stranger to working for hire. It is what our order does.
And which order would that be?
I am a dragoon knight.
Would I know what that is? Or
Roll a history check.
history?
Actually, you did read the Dragon book, so go ahead and roll a history check, and we'll see what...
History with what? Would you say history with advantage or just history?
Just history.
Okay.
Oof.
Sadly, you did not get to that chapter.
Skip chapter
Never
4.
heard of you. But if you are strong and you want to face quarry for
Well-
money, we are down a member of our troop.
2 members.
Maybe 2 members of our troop, depending how things turn out.
That's what the bartender mentioned. That's why I came to talk with you. I
If
need a job. Y'all need some help.
we don't have any money right now,
I mean, she doesn't have any
A
memory.
cut of the
I don't know
treasure
why
will
she's
be
saying that.
fine. I would like a little up front, but a cut of the treasure is fine.
I mean, are we just gonna let this guy comes in and, like, takes our treasures and stuff? Like, maybe
We
we can
have-
just...
a minute.
I am no thief. demon.
Can we have a minute to confer before we make our decision?
That sounded very condescending. Takes a big old bite of his chicken.
Says the demon.
Yeah.
So we know you like condescending. That's like one of your personality traits.
Yeah, everybody just want to attack John all of a sudden. I'm just over here eating my chicken.
Yeah,
minding my own
everybody
business.
just wants to attack Jad, huh?
Jeez.
Just
Very well. Deliberate on it if you wish.
We need.
I'll be leaving in the morning. I have to find a way to make some money. If you can't help me, I'll be on my way.
I mean, can't we just like point him at the deadly stuffs and then, you know, if he's we just let's cut, you know?
Or if it's my abilities you question,
oh, is he still
feel free
here?
to test me.
Sorry, I didn't know he was still here. Sorry.
What do you do? You don't.
It's wonderful. Let's confer. And it's like, what do you do?
Do you just hit things really hard? Because we have someone who does that.
I am a skilled fighter in my own right. I was trained in a special form of spear fighting. I am capable of great leaping feats.
So
And
you,
I
jump
specialize
real
in taking
good.
down dragons.
so you like
and you know how to
draconic
handle
kind.
fear.
All right, just point out, just to say this for my own sake, because that was a really weird sell. Next time you go to a group to say you have special, you can do whatever. Instead of saying you're trained in leaping abilities or the ability to leap, how about you say I'm good in aerial combat? Because that works too. Because leaping is in the air. Go with aerial combat. Because that was really weird with I have spear fighting and I can leap real well.
I'm gonna steal that actually. Yeah.
yeah, I like to jump a lot, you know, and then I just get some.
If you hadn't noticed, we're all a bit strange.
I don't know about you, but that guy's kind
You're a
of an asshole.
fairly ragtag bunch, yes.
He points at Brasnic. He's like, I don't know about you, but that guy's just kind of an asshole. I'm sorry about that.
I am not strange, okay? And anyone's gonna look ragtag next to his like gifted heirloom sapphire studded fucking.
What?
This isn't an heirloom. This is given to anyone who makes it to the level of a dragoon.
Figure of speech. I didn't think it was an actual heirloom.
You may have
Us. Wise ones.
inherited it.
Sorry, what were you saying, Ratul?
Look, if he wishes to join us, and we still doubt his abilities, let us just test him. I could.
I have a feeling that if he can't serve, he'll just die, and then we
Are
won't
you-
have to pay him.
Are you telling me that
For
you're
with
gonna have a
yours.
1v1 with him too? You did that to our last guy.
I feel
Ratul.
like this
Are you
guy
kidding
just
me?
wants to punch, and he just wants to punch everything. Can we just skip past this, Potts? Like, we know you're good. He wants to beat you. He's just gonna punch you a bunch until you're just all bloodies and on the floors over there, and then you're gonna say, okay, you win. Like, okay, we're done with that now, right? Like, I just did the short version.
No, Jot, shut up. We gotta see this too. Actually, I want.
No, we don't. No, we
come
don't.
on. We gotta see it.
No, we
we're
don't.
done.
If his abilities aren't up to snuff, he'll just die, and we won't pay him.
If he doesn't die, we'll pay him. If he does die, it's not gonna hurt back.
Look, we can't just
ability-
have Ratul denting up his pretty armors over here, okay? We ain't got times to fix it.
Exactly. And Greyback's not here, so there will be. Even though I could fix it, I don't feel like it.
Druk's like, fuck you guys.
Also, I probably know how to make some of the best beer you'll ever taste.
Oh, well, he's in. Okay, so, like, that's good. We're good here. We're leaving in the mornings. Go ahead and get yourselves a good night's rest.
Members
You
of
know-
a party as possible.
We-
Split loot.
Judd just immediately changes his opinion about it.
Ratul seems
If you're willing-
Ratul seems to be contemplating now because of this. I have a sample of.
I mean, that's a fair.
I guess I would have a personal stash because I brew on the go, so I'll pour him a
He is
small
brand
bit of
new
it.
Dragonstein.
Yes, I'm using my Dragonstein as I just hold out the black dragon towards him.
You see him hold out a fancy mug carved from the horn, one of the horns of the Great Black Dragon.
more proof of your accomplishment. I see. And I pour him the drink.
So wait a minute, you're saying like you came here to try and fight this dragons all by yourselves and stuff? You like is that?
Oh no, this is my I only brew for myself.
No, I mean fighting the dragons. You said you came here to kill the dragon. Like it took all 6 of us to fight this thing, and you're trying to say you was just gonna walk in there and just do the whole things by yourself?
I don't really see that.
Oh, undoubtedly.
There was much more than a dragon there. There was something scarier than a dragon in that dungeon. Much scarier than a dragon.
I don't know. She kind of almost killed all you guys.
Yeah. There was a succubus with...
That's true. She probably would have just did her waggity woo on you. You know how them succubuses do. You know, they just want to tell you one thing and then just boom something else, and then all of a sudden you just left on the floors, and they just trying to just suck out your souls. And oh, sorry,
Or cut out your heart.
I'm on a tangent. Sorry about that. I've never had bad experiences.
Or cut out your
Is it
heart.
just the succubus?
No, there was like this demon dagger thing, you know?
Yes, there was a ghost who was incredibly strong. You know, it was a crazy dungeon.
Mario, you're not really selling it right now, I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, it's really easy. We'll go
It's
with
not
the short
sounding all
version.
that bad.
Yeah.
We'll go with the short version. It was an undead ghost who was protecting the area. There was an orc horde mixed with some goblins and hobgoblins. One fucking half ogre or something like that. Then there was the succubus. Then there were grey dwarves. Then there were zombies, both orc and dwarven. That's all before we got to the actual dragon.
Oh, don't forget the Gricks.
And don't forget
Oh,
Red
yes.
Tool's dad. Like he was all on dad without his head and stuff, and he just came at us trying to chop
I
it.
shoot Jot. I just shoot Jot a withering glare.
And I did.
Call him God.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah, that was
yeah,
bad.
right.
That was not
Don't-
cool. Totally.
Don't forget, we...
Out of character. There was also a roper. Did you guys tell me about that?
No.
Probably.
Yeah, we kind of just.
I mean, and then the whole coup d'etat or coup de grace, or whatever you want to call it, the entire adventure was the fact that there was a legendary object made, like a sentient artifact of a dagger. Kind of sort of really want, but anyways,
There was that too.
sentient dagger.
You don't possess this made dagger, but you made it out alive.
Yeah.
What happened to the dagger?
The
That's
wielder of the dagger was in the water, and we killed him, and then the dagger went and got washed away.
It's on our
Really?
to-do list.
It's really hard to take care of one, gray dwarf for the sentient dagger when there's a fucking dragon trying to kill you at the same time.
Very true. Dragons are fearsome
I
beasts.
feel like he's got a point still.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so welcome to the group. If you die, we won't pay. If you don't die, you get paid. What is your name?
I'm Druk.
What now?
Druk.
You're drunk?
Druk. Druk. D-R-U-K.
That's
Okay, so he's drunk. Nice to meet you.
Alright. I mean,
That'll be Druk, little goblin.
Okay, drug. I will, that's good. On you.
I hope you realize he's doing this to you on purpose, right? He's never gonna get your name right.
Oh no, I'm getting that he's messing with me. It's sad.
if you stab him, just aim for the nose.
Look, I mean, with Drax in tow, we'll be completely fine.
Oh, also very important. That the weapon you're talking about, the one above your head there, it is magical, not just fancy looking, right?
Yes.
Because so far, when we started the whole party, having a magic weapon, not so important. Now what I'm finding out, having a magical weapon, very, very fucking important.
yes.
I specialize in fighting dragons. I'm aware. They are magical beasts.
I mean, it's really right to call a dragon a beast.
They talk and stuff, so I don't quite know if Fireside is a beast, really.
Whatever, not important. So basically, here's the lowdown, now that you're part of the group. We're waiting on one more member because one of our members who left said he was going to have a replacement. After that, we're going to the jungle. As far as I know, it's a jungle. There might be more, but mostly jungle. So, you win all the hot armor. You might want to like carry cool things with you. I don't know. You might bake. Leather, yeah, little less.
It's not like
more.
solid armor. It's half plate.
It's so hot. Though
Pretty hot.
I can help with that. I know a spell that can help with that.
Wait, really? You know a spell? Something I don't know. How many new spells did you get while you were away? I know that's a thing you probably did.
A lot. But
Couple.
just the simple spell prestidigitation, if you know how to use it efficiently, can cool you in the heat.
Cool. Also, you're fully human, right? I mean, this whole Dragon Slayer is a thing like you're half dragon and you're gonna go kill dragons to gain more powers and all that?
I'm mostly human, yes.
Also, does your order perhaps have like a special way where you bathe in dragon blood and it gives you power?
I wouldn't say bathe, but one sect does involve dragon blood, yes.
I mean, did you hear him just say he's mostly human? Like, what is that? What does that even mean?
Seems pretty radical. It isn't some form of cult, is it?
No. We're not evil. We don't hurt people.
I mean, not all
Dragons
cults are
and
evil.
draconic kind for a fee.
You
And
hunt
we're
all
taught special
dragons?
ways to hunt dragons.
Do you hunt all dragons?
Dragons that cause harm, disarray, become
But would
problems
you
for
hunt-
society.
Would you hunt one of those metallic ones if I paid you enough?
I would hunt and kill red dragons for free.
I said metallic. I didn't say red.
Yeah, let's not kill one of them gold dragons. That'd be like quite.
Yeah, would you
the
kill a
challenge.
Oh,
gold?
the metallic ones. I'm sorry. That was me mistaking the chromatic with the.
Yeah.
If it was doing bad things, yes.
What if I just told you it was doing a bad thing?
I would have to see proof.
Good. I don't want some random guy who's willing to kill for anything and everything just because it's coin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'd be okay with
No.
that.
No one asked you.
If you want to give me a couple of gold pieces, I'll just assassinate whoever you want right now.
Quick, kill Gok. Here's a gold piece. No, I'm kidding.
Can I just roll? I just roll my eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
He just
Oh,
takes
boy.
a big bite out of his chicken leg.
Yeah, so that's the lowdown. Can you sit with that spear thing? Make sure it points away. Also, just like when you say you're trained, again, I'm saying aerial combat because leaping just sounds weird. Okay, for your training in aerial combat, is it like? I look down at your legs. Do you have like bulging like calf muscles or something? Or are your legs like much bigger than you?
They are very muscular, yes.
Got huge calves.
Okay,
Did
so
not.
yeah, that's
Doesn't skip leg day.
Very bulgy.
Does leg day, in fact.
Yeah.
Every day is leg day.
So yeah, aerial combat training. Now that I realize your legs are huge, like is that just you just have like massive leap power, like special training that way, or do you use the large spear thing on your back as like a pole vault?
Well, why are you asking so many questions, Stumpy? What, you think you're gonna jump with them tiny little legs over there? You're gonna join the orders or something?
Hey, if I didn't skip blade day and didn't spend a lot of time sort of just sneaking around, maybe I could.
Have you
I
all
told
ever
you.
had a dwarf?
I told
You'll get all your answers when we fight something.
Red Tools says what?
Sorry. I
No,
have my voice setting very high to try to minimize outside.
It's alright. What were you gonna say, bud?
Ratul doubts Brasnic can jump as high as he.
It's true.
That's why I mentioned training. God damn it! I didn't say I could do it right now, just off the bat.
It's like
Why do you think I'm asking about?
You can jump
train
off
a
the
couple
bat.
of years first. Then I'll be at this level.
Wow, that wasn't funny. Okay.
I mean, I feel like all of us just wants to be dragoons right now. Could we just all join the orders, or how does that work?
Seems like a waste of time.
In any case,
I mean, of course, the mate is.
we are missing more power for ourselves, and he's offering. I don't see a reason to say no.
Attention, I already walked into the fold.
and he brews his own beer.
Oh yeah, by the way, I take a sip of the beer from my stein. How is it?
Yeah, it's good. It's like a hops beer, but it's got a low blueberry tint with some strawberries. So it's got like a fruity aftertaste, but it's pleasant, goes down easy. It's perfectly smooth.
It's
Not the strongest in the world, but tastes good.
All I'm hearing is chick drink. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Wow.
But it's very common how drinks used to be back before.
It's amazing for road beer. Come on.
I just kind of smack my lips a bit and just say, possible.
Just a party of
Not
dicks.
offended anything
Just
as
a
as he
party
likes
of
it, though.
dicks.
I'm not even phased. It's still, he likes it. Okay.
Except for Mara. She's a sweetheart.
That's how it's going to turn out. Mars going to be the good one of the group.
It turns out that Mara's the nice party member.
Just
Red-
indifferent.
Red Tool doesn't have Jaredel to keep him nice anymore, so. All right, so you guys do kind of continue to talk for a while, and then we're going to go ahead and kind of roll this into the next morning. And time to head off. You guys do get the provisions necessary. You know, obviously the staff gets you guys some trail rations, things of that nature. Gibbs just donated 3,000 bits and said Mara is my fave.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you for that bits donation, Gibbs. Once again,
really
you
good.
are my hero.
You're my hero too now.
So they do get you all stocked up. You know, some of those trail rations, some of those biscuits fresh out of the oven. You guys hear Chef Snoot in the kitchen grumbling about always needing to make trail rations early in the morning. You just want to have them at the last minute, just trying to get them all fresh. I got some from like 3 months ago. You don't want everyone to eat those. They just keep forever. Just complaining, as Chef Snoot does. And so, as you guys do, make your way into the basement area of the Manicore's Tail, and one by one, do get through this doorway.
This is also my first time seeing the portal too.
It is. So as they lead you downstairs, you do see kind of a simple storeroom. And as they walk up, you're kind of confused at first. And as they walk up towards the wall, you see him kind of reach into this recess and pull this lever. As you guys remember from our very first adventure, so many freaking moons ago at this point, you guys did go downstairs at first level and fight a bunch of rat swarms, rats, and a giant rat down in this basement. It was so many moons ago. So reaching into this alcove, you see them pull this, or reach in there, and all of a sudden this door kind of swings into this secret room. And as you go in there, you can see that it is laid out with various items of equipment, of adventuring, things of that. Looks like kind of a prep area. You can see what looks like the remains of a feast had recently been... no, actually, they would have cleaned that up a long time ago. It's been like a week. But it's definitely kind of a little chill and ready area that was given over to the party recently. In this room, there is a stone archway. And they explain to you that this archway is indeed the Yawning Portal. And you can see that there's this green energy within this archway, and it's kind of swirling. And almost like this misty green, slow, lazy, swirling energy within this portal. And as you're standing there, Red Tool just kind of looks over at you and turns and walks in, and you see him disappear. You see Brasnic walk in, disappeared. Then Mara, and Gok, and John. As you're standing there in this chamber.
I just out loud for a ragtag group. They've got some fancy stuff. And walk through.
And you feel this energy as you connect with it. It's almost like a warm, tingling sensation as it kind of washes over you. And as your senses kind of come back to you, you suddenly find yourself in a very humid environment, very hot. And you suddenly don't hear the sounds of the Manicore's tail anymore. Suddenly the rich sounds and the rich smells of the jungle assault your ears, assault your senses. As you all find yourselves in the jungles of Chult.
Told you it was a jungle.
Stepping through this door.
Sorry, I was muted. This is where the fun begins.
It's true. And you guys can all see your tokens. You can see the map. Everything's good in that regard.
Nothing has changed for me on the screen. I'm still looking at the tavern.
That is
We're still on the first town.
Did I not get you guys over? I'm so sorry about that. I changed it for the viewers and not for you guys. There we are, my friends. My apologies.
There we go.
Hey,
Alright.
we're here.
So as you guys step out of this magical doorway, you suddenly hear this low, kind of a shocked voice, male voice behind you in a language you've never heard before. And probably only Mara can see this. You look over and you see this man standing there, and he's got kind of darker skin. And looks like he's probably native to this area. And you can see that he seems to have some sort of markings all over his body. And he's got these piercings through his nose. He's got piercings through his eyebrows. And you can see these marks going down his face that look like scars. And he just looks like this very fierce warrior. And you see another man standing next to him holding a spear. And you see the man with the spear kind of starts walking forward. And the other fiercer looking man kind of holds up a hand to his chest. He just kind of looks at you, Mara, just with this intense gaze for a moment. And then he just kind of nods. And seeming to be gesturing in a direction beyond you.
I'm just all follow, start walking. Almost entranced by this native individual who seems
to be kind of... He seems surprised to see you, but also not surprised to see new faces at the same time. If that makes sense. And as you guys kind of look over, you see that you are next to this wall. But over this wall, you can see that it's like an ancient ruin that you're in, and it seems like a camp of sorts has been built here. You can see, obviously, a tent as this wall seems to be crumbled and broken down from the ages. Through the stones that are still there, through some of the gaps of where stones are missing, you see a tent on the other side of this wall. Across the way, you see another darker green tent, and you see some kind of a red marking on the side that you've never seen before. But it kind of seems to be this larger tent directly across the wall that Hugh is kind of nodding his head towards.
Pointing the direction is like looking invited in this area.
And you do see over here, there seems to be a bunch of tools. It seems to be like some sort of an area where workers are leaving tools or something like that at the end of a workday. As you guys make your way through here. Coming around the corner, you suddenly hear this gasp of a female voice. and you see this tribesman kind of step closer to this woman, this native woman that is standing here, and they both just kind of stop, and they're just kind of warily watching.
Are they staring at me or are they staring at Brasnic?
Well, at first they're kind of looking at Brasnic, just, in the shock of, who is this stranger, blah, blah, blah. But then as soon as they see Ratul, you do see the male seems to, like, kind of tense up a little bit, and he does kind of get a little bit more of a defensive look on his face. But, go ahead.
I would step and be like, hell, I mean you no harm. If they understand me at all. I'm speaking in common.
And you see the woman kind of stand forward, and she kind of puts a hand on the shoulder of this tribesman standing next to her. And she just says, and just kind of speaks in this language, and it's almost like a clicking sort of a language, punctuated with these kind of, vowel sort of vocalizations. Clearly you don't understand what she's saying, and she kind of stops for a second and looks at you, and she just kind of smiles a little bit, and then she kind of bows a little bit and holds her arm out towards this tent over to the side, just to the north of you. This tent here. And as you get closer towards this tent, you do see that there seem to be some kind of tapestries kind of serving as a doorway to this thing. And Brasnic, as you get closer, kind of peering into this tent, you can see through, being tapestries, they don't form a perfect seam. Looking through there, you can see that it does seem to be some sort of a jungle bar or a jungle pub of some sort of a drinking hole meeting area in this place.
I think it's a bar. Goes in.
Okay. And the rest of you guys gonna follow him in?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna be keeping an eye around at all of the tribe's people and make sure they're not doing anything funny, and just keeping an eye on them, watching our backs. We can't understand them; they can't understand us. They don't seem harmful at the moment, but I want to keep an eye on them.
Okay.
That was one of the things I should have thought was tongues.
So
on my
as
list
you
of
guys enter this tent, you immediately notice, and it seems to be very cozy in this atmosphere. You see directly across this area, you do see this woman standing behind the bar. And she immediately looks up at you, kind of warily again, but she does seem to be kind of just looking at you and taking in this party. She does kind of look at the monstrous members of this party with a little bit of alarm, obviously. But she also seems to be unimpressed and disinterested at the same time. As you're walking in, she just kind of is holding this mug. Just what are you ordering? Seems to be almost bored.
Someone who speaks the common tongue. Where are we?
Outside the shrine of Tamoachin. Obviously. As you step further into the tent, you suddenly notice in the corner, almost blending in the shadows, a figure sitting there. And you see this figure slowly set a cup down on the table and you see this figure fold these two black fur-covered hands, paw-like hands together with these white claws at the tips of his fingers. And you
Which
see
way?
this jet black face. And what color are your eyes, Rafiki?
Yellow eyes.
You see these luminous yellow eyes peering out of the darkness. The corner of the stage.
Which direction are the paws facing? Can I ask that?
They seem to be facing a direction a person's hands should face.
Very
Great
good.
answer. As soon as I see them, I just go, "Hello, my new friends. It is so good to meet you. You finally arrived."
Friend of ours?
Oh, Grybeck described you so well. Strange-looking goblin, angry-looking orc, sleepy dwarf, and a misunderstood elf, and a human monk. You're the strangest monk I've ever seen.
I'm no monk.
Oh, our monk left.
Oh, that is so sad.
This is a mercenary we've hired to assist us.
I've worked with many mercenaries in the day. Barkeep, more bee juice, please.
Oh yeah, another one coming up. She kind of boredly reaches under the counter. You see her pull out a stopper of a different bottle you hadn't seen before. Pours another glass. Slides it down the counter.
Rafiki
Well, then-
grabs it and just starts lapping it up. Like you do.
I hope you're not wasting me time then. We'll be having drinks, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
What wines do you have?
Wines, dear. Well, let's see what we can find for you. She pulls out a jug from behind the counter and pours you a glass. And she only pours probably about 2 inches in the bottom of this glass. And it looks like a very deep red sort of a liquid. But kind of like more of a consistency of water. Thin, kind of a water-like consistency.
I'll give it a taste.
It's very, very strong. It tastes like a wine, but it almost tastes like a condensed wine.
Interesting. I've never had anything quite like it. What is it?
Well, it's made from a few of the local roots and flowers. It's a local blend. Do you like it?
I'm not sure. It seems if I had more of it, I could make my decision.
My brother makes it quite regular.
How much?
I'm going into my Rasnia voice, damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Rasnia's not here. This is a completely different woman. I'm limited in my female vocalization, sorry.
I don't have any.
I don't
I
feel.
don't have any either.
Same.
I don't feel as if I deserve to get this for free. How much do you want? I'd like a full wineskin's worth.
Full skin. 10 silver.
And she hands over the silver.
Guess I'll be ordering some more then. She hands
Now
over.
that we're done with wine, please tell me there's something called jungle juice.
Try
She
the-
laughs a little bit at you at this, and she's like,
What?
She kind of points the finger. And you see her reach behind and she pulls out this big, that's almost like a half bucket. And she just sets it on the counter and she gets this ladle and pours it out. And you can just see like pieces of fruit and like all of this juice and like all of this stuff going in there. And she just kind of slides it over at you with a smile.
Yeah, it's real. I down it immediately.
And you can tell this is some straight up out of the jungle juice. You know there's definitely a lot of rum or something of that equivalent in there.
I'm happy. I'm good. You guys have fun. Another one, please.
She refills your cup.
Well, Rafiki's gonna turn to them and be like, "Try the bee juice. Bees are such happy creatures."
I'll stick with my German juice.
I mean, I'll try it. Sure. You know, I mean, we're here just hanging out at another bar.
She looks at Gok for a second. She says, "Oh, sorry, we're all out of bee juice." Kind of looks away.
Oh no! I'll hand
Are
Gok. I'll hand Gok the
doing
mug that I
it
took.
because I'm, you know, doing it because I'd stop myself. Sorry, I'm not black. Obsidian? Yeah. Doing it because I'm obsidian? Hmm?
Yeah, that's why they're doing it. Because you're obsidian. That's the problem.
Or is it because of my...
Because you're a goblin.
Yeah, I was gonna say that next, you know?
I have meant to drink it all.
You,
And I apologize.
discriminating against me in this establishment, lady?
Also might just be out of it.
She just
I
kind of
mean, she got a good look at me before she, responded, so I don't know.
She kind of gives you a half-lidded stare for a moment. And she just kind of deep sighs. Whatever. Pours in a drink of this bee juice.
It's mead, but Rafiki doesn't know that.
Into your cup. She is throwing shade at Gok. Sorry, Gibbs. Not all of my characters are nice people.
I would, I guess once everybody's done talking to her, I would want to walk up to her and ask her a question myself.
And with the same kind of a look on her face, she looks at you, Red Tool. She says, "And for you?"
What is the strongest brew you have?
She just kind of reaches out, pours you some jungle juice, and kind of like loudly sets the cup on the counter.
I take it.
Okay. You guys have been in nothing but Monster Worlds up to now. Welcome to the human lens.
Once everybody got done, I would walk up and talk to her too.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask her. I overheard you say your brother was a brewer as well. I'm a fellow brewmaster myself. What fruit would you be willing to maybe recommend? That this jungles are typically, my understanding, have a high concentration of fruits. What are some of the best that could be used to brew? Maybe some ale or some wine from. And which ones to steer away from?
Unexpected, from the look of you. And she actually starts going through a list of different kind of fruits in the area. Starts talking to you about some different herbs, things that are like hops that grow in the area. Says that one of the best things to use for making both the wine that she served to Mara as well as the rum that's in the jungle juice, obviously using sugar, things like that. And then she actually talks to you about a few different kind of the fruits that do grow locally that you want to stay away from when you're brewing.
Okay.
Just a
Thank
note,
you, I
he
appreciate
says
it.
he's a brewmaster. We're not entirely sure.
Red Tool tried one of his brews.
Doesn't make him a master.
He's a self-described master. Doesn't mean he's
Exactly.
not.
So,
Well, I
As
did
you
say
guys-
trainee at the end of that. I don't know if it cut out, but I did say trainee.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the training part. I was like, I don't know if he actually is a master. I'm not gonna back that up.
He has brewing supplies and he knows how to use them.
So I'm finding out what fruits and stuff and various plant life that can be used and broke down and made alcohol with.
He's on his way to being a master.
Wait, what? Get right. Wait, Catman. What was your name again?
Rafiki, it's good to meet you, dwarf.
Right. So, I'm Brasnic. The green guys are Tool. Goblin over here, who is Obsidian, is Gok. Mars, the one
Gok
next
the
to me.
Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, dragons like whatever. Don't boost the any more than it needs to
Enough,
be.
Brasnic's ever
Did you
gonna
want to
say
hear
that.
about my dragon slaying skills?
No one cares.
Oh,
Don't
Yeah.
say yes.
Just saying.
Do
Great.
not
Put that in
do
there.
this to me.
Just throwing it out there that Gibbs just donated some more bits because she doesn't like this woman disrespecting her boys in Gok and Reto.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So I'm just throwing it out there. Gibbs has your back, fellas.
Thank you. You grabbed my back. I know I was kind of being a jerk a little while during one of the sessions. Hey.
Seems like we got a fan, boys.
So,
Oh wait, right. So, Rafiki, how much did Greyback clue you into why we're here?
He just asked me to be your guide. Well, you're
To-
in my jungle now.
To a temple or like what?
You want to go to the shrine?
I mean,
You
where
sure you
are we
want to
supposed to go?
to
Is
the
it like
shrine?
ancient forest compound place?
It's a jungle, not a forest.
Oh,
Semantics,
well,
but
yes.
the trees.
Yeah. Okay. Look. I mean, tomato, whatever.
Oh, I love tomatoes.
That does bring up a fair point. Y'all have yet to really tell me what we're doing
Yeah.
Alright,
here in
let's get-
particular.
So that
Armor-
doesn't get into a weird flowery thing or whatever. We're here because there's an item in a temple somewhere in this jungle that if it's paired with that sentient dagger we talked about, will bring about all chaos and hell and maybe even raise a god. So, sort of doing preventative measures here.
Dane's prevention is what we're here
you
for.
see
that
this
don't
woman
sound
be
good at
standing
all.
behind the bar, just staring at you as you say this, Brasnic. And you see her eyes widen in alarm a little bit. She says, "You search for Tomoe-chan."
She's got it.
Well, yeah. You make our jobs easier if you told us what's going on,
Many people come from lands far away to visit the ancient ruins that are abundant here. Few know of what lies beneath, hidden for centuries. Many have searched all over these ruins. What makes you think you will find what they did not?
The trees will tell us.
What the fuck?
The trees.
Yeah, no, I just
Sponsor,
kinda-
our sponsor is also very well versed in what we need to do. He did leave us instructions on where to go.
Wait, let's circle back to the whole trees will tell us.
Yeah, that sounds a bit suspect. Kind of.
No. The ancient ones know everything. Just spend some time talking to them.
We're talking about trees, right?
Trees,
calling ancient ones
plants. Yes.
You're a
Are
druid.
are they older than you?
I have no f***ing clue.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean,
You do not know if trees are older than you? A goblin?
I mean, with God.
I mean, if there are trees, then yeah. But I'm talking about, if there's like a seedling or something. But we're getting off topic. You talk to trees,
The jungle
and they tell you
holds
things.
many secrets for those who listen.
Exactly. What she said.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
Who wants some fruit?
You've seen
There's
stranger
a whole
things.
tray of
Doc.
fruit here.
Yeah, but I mean, we're getting our guide is a person who talks to trees to get information. I feel like isn't that suspicious to everybody?
If Grybeck suggested him, no complaints.
Grybeck's a good lad. I like Grybeck.
Okay, well, I mean, it's a step above. Like, I talk to dead people, and I'm not a necromancer, and they tell me things. So sure, yeah, follow.
Dead people don't talk. Trees talk.
Oh, dead people can talk.
So ignoring them,
You just
what's
have to know how to
motion?
too.
Or Motion, whatever the fuck you just said.
Timojin, an old
ancient
shrine
temple.
located somewhere.
Said to lie beneath these ruins. As I said, many folk come here to search and profess their love to their mates. Said to be a destination for travelers. A party just left this morning.
What?
Also saying that they were searching for this hidden shrine. Curious.
Can you describe the me?
Well,
Or do
one
you-
of them looked to be a wizard. Another seemed to be, well, a bit more shady, if you ask me.
Can you describe them in a little more detail? As in, what races they were? Heightened builds, identifying marks. I can incentivize you with some money if that's preferable.
Information is quite valuable around here.
I'm going to slide 2 silver over.
Is that for another drink, dear?
Yes. And then I'll slide 2 gold over. I was thinking denominations and I wasn't thinking.
You got
You
the
sold
hint. It's
it?
okay.
No.
She's like, oh, that's not quite enough. Well, to be true, they were like your friend here. Darker, of course.
Wait, which friend?
Wait, which friend? Honestly.
She gestures towards Brasnic.
Oh crap.
Oh, crap.
Like, when you say dark, you mean like gray skin tone, maybe? Little white hair?
Well, the one, yes. It was the wizard-looking fellow.
Oh boy.
The other
A
had
wizard.
Chance.
The other had a full red beard. Not quite the same as what you're asking.
Wait, hold up, come back. Gray skin but red beard?
Well, yes, of
Maybe
course.
cloaked? Sort of looks maybe like a rogue?
He was quite nefarious looking. Yes.
We should have told him we had the chance.
Since Rafiki's been here a couple of days waiting on these guys, would I have seen them?
Yes.
Yes, they were in here just a few days ago. We shared bee juice together. Seemed really nice.
It was all a lie, they're evil.
They are.
Why do
They
you
are.
judge so harshly?
They tried to murder us.
That's why
I mean,
we
I
judge
feel
it
like
so
that's a
hard.
pretty fair
Wait.
reason, you know, like...
Did you make friends with them or did you insult them?
Okay, they attacked us first, so
They
we didn't
attacked
really
us
have enough time to
after
make
we-
friends.
Okay. Major point towards being evil. They were in the service of a succubus.
That doesn't mean anything.
I mean, to be fair, so was Mara, so I mean...
Well,
And
you
we
guys are all
almost
talking.
tried to kill her too.
Well, you guys are all
I
talking.
saved all of
I'm
you.
gonna
and
throw a
never,
mango.
never have taken up arms against you.
I didn't say you did, I said we did. We almost tried to kill her.
What are you
That's
throwing a mango at?
I'm gonna throw a mango over at the blue armored guy since he was talking about wanting fruit. I'm gonna be like, "Here's some fruit," and I'll just toss my mango.
Toss in his face.
So the,
Ow. No.
No. I don't think he's throwing it. I mean,
I know it's just like a little
Forgot.
toss. Like, eat this. You asked for fruit earlier.
I'd catch it, eat it, And then I was literally about to speak up and say something anyhow. I was like, so what you're telling me is the people you are trying to stop are ahead of you, going to where you need to be. Do you have time to be sitting here drinking?
Well, now that I know that there are people who are ahead of us, no! Hey, Rafiki, you any good at tracking? Maybe.
I know these jungles.
You think we had a good chance of finding that party?
We
Yes.
do have a local guide
Always a
who
good chance.
is known to take people around the ruins.
Oh, we could use him, even better.
How much will that cost?
Who
Well,
cares?
Depends on what you find, really. He's not one for coin as much as, well, to be fair, vengeance.
Interesting.
Have you heard of Yuan Ti before?
Have I? As a character, as a player, of course, but as a character, have I?
Rafiki hisses at that.
Probably not. Most of you guys probably wouldn't have heard of Yuan Ti.
The hell's Yuan Ti?
As an aside for our watchers, Mara was originally going to be Yuan Ti.
Would have killed her immediately. No, I'm kidding.
Rafiki will just say snakes, and he'll give his little necklace a touch. It's got a bunch of fangs on it.
And as you do look closer at this necklace, you can see that it does seem to be made up of a multitude of needle-like snake fangs. And she just kind of gets very somber for a moment and kind of pauses and says, "They are snake men. They live supposedly below. Not seen them in ages. But we know that they raid. They raid the Tabaxi. They raid the Grum. They raid the humans. Always in darkness. Never leaving any sign of their existence. Other than the dead.
Yeah, it's not scary at all.
Rafiki hisses every time anyone says Yuan Ti, but at the mention of the Grung, he gets all excited. Oh, we gotta meet some Grung? The Grung are friendly.
And being in the area, you would be familiar, especially being so closely tied to the forest in this land. You know immediately who she's talking about. Is a little Grung with a fiery temper. Who is about 2.5 feet tall, with red and blue spotted skin, and who likes to spend his days darting through the foliage, darting through the trees, and hunting for signs of the Yuan Ti.
Wait, is that's our local guide?
It is a local guide. Rafiki is also offered to serve as an escort or a guide in the area. She had just mentioned that this Grung character had lived in the area for quite some time, and he was very familiar with these ruins specifically.
Is he available to hire, or did the others hire him?
Can send a message.
Yes,
Thank-
please.
Rafiki looks excited. He's so happy to meet a Grung.
I would actually say that you would probably have met plenty of Grung before, just being in the jungle around here, knowing that both your race and the Grung have been at war with the Yuan Ti,
Oh yeah,
for as long as you
he's
can.
met many Grung. He just likes them because they're colorful.
Yeah, it's true. Just
Doesn't
don't
that
lick
mean danger?
him. Yeah, just
You're
don't
gonna
lick him.
love this guy.
If you lick him, you're gonna regret it. I'm just saying.
I want to walk over to Rafiki and
Or we'll have a really good time.
It's true. It is the name of a baboon, but it's also now the name of a tabaxi.
I'm gonna walk over to I'm gonna walk over to Rafiki. Rafiki, was it?
Yes, Rafiki.
You seem familiar with these Yanti and you say they're snake people?
Again, he hisses when you say Yanti. We've had our what's the word? We've had our confrontations in the past. I do not want to speak of it.
Oh, I'm not asking a bunch of Pat. I'm more or less just thinking if these are the foes that we're gonna face in the jungle.
You could.
Do they follow their, I guess, primal brethren in using poison as
yes.
their weapon of
Most
choice?
Definitely. Most definitely. They will. You dodge the poison. Poison bad.
Ha!
Do
I'm
you
built
or
for
anyone
this.
know of any measures to fight against them or
Be a
resist
dwarf.
poison?
Fight against the Yanti. Don't let them talk. Stab them in the face. And that's the first time. That's the first time you've seen.
You and your people
no.
You and your people don't know of any measures against poison other
Antitoxin.
than avoid it.
Antitoxin.
Yes. Have a healer stand by. It's poison.
Use one of those.
Also antitoxin.
I could use.
Or
a
being a
healer if
dwarf.
I must.
Or have a belt of dwarven
or
kind.
having a belt of the dwarven kind that someone just happened to pick up.
Oh, does Ratul have a beard yet?
Oh yeah, you guys see
It takes a
Ratul.
while to grow.
Wait, no, I actually need to roll a percentile.
It's been
for
like
that.
a week after you've gotten it, right?
It has.
Man, I
Give me a
forgot
second.
Ratul
Yeah, let me
even
just
had the
roll-
belt of Dwarven kind.
It's been a week, so I need to make 7 D100 rolls.
To see how massive of a beard he has grown up to this point.
Yep. So, would you say above 50 beard or below 50 beard?
It should say on it.
Is
It
it-
just says 50%.
let's say above 50 is beard growth.
Right.
Let's say a day's worth of beard growth.
Yep. So let's go ahead and make those rolls. So,
I know, Grybeck was so grumpy, now this guy's all cheery.
Okay, so that's already 4. Now let's roll the last 2. Yep. So I've grown a beard.
So you got like a good 4 inches of beard growth.
332.
So it's a good healthy beard at this point.
For some reason, I like you better now.
Orc with a beard. Interesting.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like
resistance
yeah,
to poison. So, she does kind of go on to say, this shrine that you seek is more of a temple, really, to the ancient Olden gods. I would urge caution against even attempting this thing that you're talking about.
Well, if we don't do it,
Well, that's
the
no
world will
fun.
not be as safe for people, or even non-people.
You realize that you could just say the world would not be safe. That would cover everything, right?
I'm thinking of a, like dagger stare at Brasnic.
Just saying, you're supposed to be the smart one.
According to the legend, it's not just a temple to the gods, it's not just a shrine to their memories, it's a home for them as well.
That's what we were told before, that there's something still in there.
I'm afraid there's more than one. Many
Making one of the old ones sounds fun.
of the ancient gods are said to be enshrined within.
Which one of the temples is our goal?
You guys were told by the broker, and you also remembered that the Duergar that you had captured in the foundry had mentioned that the only thing that Garrett said while he was stabbing all of his kin, his own people, while he was murdering them, all he was saying over and over again was Xorakk. And you were told by the broker that Xorakk is an ancient vampiric god who is said to be entombed within the Shrine of Tomorrow.
Oh no.
So I guess we're pretty much waiting on the guide to get here, and then we can head off.
Well, we have to see if the guide's available.
Also remember...
Go ahead.
Also remember, we need to hunt down the wizard and the revered Duergar.
Sounds like Snurvin and Garrett, maybe.
I don't know. Naked alive, I wonder.
That sounds like possible friends.
What? Who friends? What friends? There are no friends.
This Tabaxi
I don't think
sees
people
the silver
trying
lining
to end
in
the
everything.
world are friends.
This Tabaxi has nothing but silver lining, guys.
I wouldn't call people trying to end the world friends.
Misunderstood. But I bet said the elf over there was misunderstood.
Very true.
Not so true.
Druk has a different opinion than Ning.
I mean, you have a goblin and an orc with you. Isn't that a little misunderstood? And yet they're not trying to end the world.
Yeah, no. But you see, the fact is, yeah, they're not trying to end the world. But we know the other ones are actually trying to do something terrible.
I mean, Gok's trying to end the world. I don't know why are you trying to lump him in
Wait,
this other
hey,
category?
no, he's not trying to end the
talking
world. He's
about?
just trying to control the world.
He's clearly trying to build an army of evil creatures
I'm not
and control the
ending
world.
the world. And
I'm
I
just
want
gonna stare at Gok just slowly for a minute. I'm not saying anything. Just look at him when he says that. When they say that, drink it on.
You're trying to tell me that if you built this massive army of all these monstrous creatures and you just had control over all of this stuff and you could just spread your powers all over the world, you're telling me that that's going to be good for literally anybody but you?
I mean, I'm not destroying the planet. But who would do that? That's such a waste of a good planet. And just everything else. I mean,
Exactly.
who would do
Things are
that?
quite nice the way things are.
I'm not saying that you make, like, terrible choices, boss, but your decision making, I mean, it just leaves a little room, little something to be desired there, boss man.
What
I'm
nut
just
job
saying-
would try to destroy the planet? I honestly, I just want to have, like, my own kingdom. Where did you get this whole doomsday, doom and gloom stuff?
You've literally said, like, since the very first time I've ever saw you, is that you want to build an army and take over the world. Like, that's literally...
you need an army to have a kingdom. Otherwise, what? You're just some peasant in the middle of nowhere. For God's goodness sakes.
So you want to build an armies, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
And it's all going to be like monsters and bad guys and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to go out and you're going to fight stuff and you're going to, like, take over other armies and other lands and you're just going to, like, be the king, right?
I mean, you gotta have life. I mean, come on.
So literally everything I just said, it was actually true.
You're like getting half truth.
It's not true. It's a delusion of grandeur that we're trying to knock out of you all.
I mean, I hope he does it, because I think it's going to be quite a ride. But, I'm just making sure we all on the same page with this guys here.
I like the way things are. I don't want to see major radical change.
Rafiki noticing Jot for the first time. It's really exciting. Master Goblin, your pet talks? Can I pet him?
Can I stab him? Can I just? Is that? Do I have permission just to stab this guy right now?
And
No.
I'm
no.
like throwing
We need
pieces of fruit over at Jot, like, here, have some fruit.
He's like literally just sitting there stone faced as these pieces of fruit are like bouncing off of his face
Oh
and
my
off of his
God.
chest.
I just
And he's
realized,
just like-
saving shot. I left the egg. No.
Oh no!
No. Damn it. I left it. I didn't get somebody to babysit it for me.
You're gonna come back to a rotten egg in your room.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, boss. I told old Chef Snoot to take care of that thing for you. So he'll just keep it nice and for when you get back.
I hate you so much, Josh. You just screwed over my plans.
Do you see
I
this
have
guy
to
throwing
hope-
fruit in my face and I'm the bad guys here?
Oh, that is the least of your worries right now.
Sometimes I don't know why.
I now have to worry.
Ever.
I have to hope Ratul gets me something else. If that egg is dead, your life is on the line. If that egg dies,
How's my life?
I hope-
First of all, I'm not gonna die unless you like go to Hell's and kills me there so like this. So let's just stop with all that.
oh, I'll find a way, Jot.
The abyss.
Find a way to go to the abyss.
Yeah, down there. And
Strangle you with my bare hands.
Can I come with you? That sounds like a fun trip.
yes. Let's send you straight to the abyss, kitty cat, and then we can see how well you do with your fruit throwing down there. Okay?
Jot, you
As I
better
toss
hope
one
he
more
does not
grape
make
at
an
Jot.
omelet out of that egg. You hear
As
me?
it bounces off of his head, he's just like, I should have stayed in the Citadels. I was stuck with a freaking troll for like 1,000 years, and that was better than this. That was better than this.
Well, if you stop messing
I'm just
up,
sitting over in the corner watching this whole display, rubbing my helmet, wondering what I've gotten myself into with this crazy group of people.
Welcome to the party.
That's literally Red Tool every day.
I'm watching the discussions and the things happening, the wars going on. I'm just like, what is wrong with these people?
Yeah, I just give you a sympathetic look, just raise my cup up and say, welcome to the group.
And Rafiki goes, you guys look upset. Do you need hugs?
I'm gonna stab him.
Stay away from
Before
me.
this is over, I'm gonna stab him. He
I
just
might
he just
actually
gets
join.
up and he just like walks out the tent. He like wipes fucking fruit juice off of his face and walks out the tent. Muttering about how he's gonna stab this cat one day.
And all you guys have to wonder is how Gryback made friends with this thing.
I mean, I didn't say it, but I've been thinking real hard.
Where did
I think
these
it's
guys
more
meet?
the cat became friends with Gryback, and Gryback was just like, okay.
Yeah, that's definitely how it is.
Yeah.
Well, Grindback's old. Like, he was like 200, right? He could have been a totally different person as you.
He's 100, he was 150.
200 is middle age for dwarves.
Right.
We're not old.
Older.
Older.
Like, middle-aged.
Gibbs said she loves the kitty.
Like,
Yes.
he could have been totally different when he was young. When he was, like, in his 50s, he could have been super different.
Yeah. Oh, Rafiki's only 35. He's not super old like that. He only met Gryback like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh.
Ah,
Yeah, tabaxis are human lifespan or less.
Man, they have the longest lifespan.
Okay.
That's super old in cat years.
35 is not old, thank you, Gibbs. God, I'm like 46 and shit. She's like, yeah, that's geriatric. Fuck that guy. I'm just kidding. She didn't say that. I'm just kidding.
Almost grandpa stage.
I don't say that. My son's 21. I could be a grandpa at any fucking time, bro.
Oh, wow.
That shit ain't fucking funny. Motherfuckers, nobody's calling me grandpa.
Now we're in the quarantine, hopefully.
Hell no. They're gonna call me fucking... I don't know. I'm gonna have to come up with an alternative to fucking grandpa. That's for goddamn sure. Call me Pop.
I just refuse to ever become a grandpa.
Just go by GG.
Fuck, man. Yeah, it's gonna be GG if that motherfucker gets somebody pregnant.
We're gonna go see Gigi. I'm like, I feel like if you call yourself Gigi, anyone else who hears is be like,
Oh, Gibbs just hit you harder.
I know. She
Says
said
I'm 23. You are a grandpa.
Man, whatever. I'm old enough to be your dad. That's the problem. All right. So.
All right.
Back on
Back
track.
to the game.
Back on track. So, John definitely does walk out grumbling about kitties, stabbing kitties. So you guys do have a drink for a while, and she pretty much, collects whatever the payment is and kind of gestures off, towards the south. Says, well, adventure lies in that direction. Shall you be renting a tent for the evening or taking off straight away?
I mean, let's just get into this, right?
No, we have to wait for the guide.
What?
I'm sure Zig will meet you on the way.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah. Don't you know this stuff? Come on, Brett.
I am a city dwarf. Fuck it, you.
Well, Rafiki said he could. He or she?
He.
Said he could lead us at least in the right direction.
Yeah.
I will ask the trees as we go outside.
Yeah, see, let's
boy.
Tree Man help us out, okay? Come on. You guys don't
So
think it's
you
weird?
got us,
I'm
right?
gonna
You
act
got
like
this
it
all under control? Yes, let me talk to
Do
the
not
trees.
insult the ancient ones.
No, I'm
Could see
not
how this is
insulting
gonna
the
go.
ancient ones. I'm talking about you, Rafiki. Different. I'm not talking to your venerable elders. I'm talking about you.
They're not my elders. I'm not a tree. I just served them.
Okay, yeah. See, okay. Let's just do this before I start saying things that I get us a lot in trouble right now. Okay, come on.
I get like the jungle juice to go.
She pulls out an empty wineskin. And you see her just kind of dip the whole thing in the jungle juice. You hear it bubbling in there, and she pulls it up. Just kind of shakes it a couple times to get the drips off. Caps it, tosses it over to you.
Thank you.
And
Did we ever catch her name?
She said it? I don't think so. She didn't
No.
even bother to.
She doesn't offer it.
Oh.
I'm gonna go back up to her before we leave and ask and be like, I'm pretty sure the previous conversations. Do you know of any means of fighting against toxins?
For the love of
sell
God,
any-
antitoxin.
Well, I know what we have for snake bites and things of that nature. Unlikely to get anything from the medical tent. Been low on supplies.
That's a shame. Thank you. Turn around and leave.
Okay. So, as you guys make your way out of this tent, back out into this base camp, you do start making your way to the south. And as you go, you do see other people there, other travelers, people that seem to be kind of almost taking in the sights. And just kind of going around these ruins. You see painters that have set up easels, and they're painting a whole landscape of what lies before them. Very much seems to be almost like a vacation destination sort of a vibe in most of the folks that you see. You do see a couple of groups of people that seem to look more like determined adventurer types, and then you can only assume that perhaps they are also looking for ancient lost treasures. You have heard people talking about, the legends of all the lost treasures that lie within these ruins and all of the romantic and mysterious and terrible stories about things that have happened to people searching, for these treasures. And as you guys are kind of traveling, how are you talking to the trees?
I usually just go to and touch one of them and start talking to them.
Okay. And do you have a special ability that allows for
Nope.
communication back to you?
Nope.
Okay.
Wow.
So you see
Oh boy.
this panther man walk over to a tree, and as he puts his hand on it and he bows his head, and you see him like slowly moving his mouth like he's whispering at this tree, attempting to communicate with this thing, and it seems like he's having some sort of a conversation even. And then what do you do?
As I put my hand to the tree, I ask it questions on location of the shrine, location of the nearest sprung village where we can meet our guide. I also laugh and giggle and say, yes, they are a strange group. And if you want me to roll survival or something, I will track our destination.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that survival check.
Oh boy.
Boom.
Oh.
Well, damn.
Okay.
The tree talks back.
Everybody else, go ahead and roll perception checks.
Ratul.
Wow. Dang.
Ratul knows the ways of the shaman.
I mean, I still think he's crazy,
I'm slightly with you with the guy. Now seeing him actually talk to the tree.
It's true.
I did not say any mystical swirls or her arcane words, or anything remotely related to what Landro did when he talked to animals and stuff. So yeah, I'm with.
That's exactly how Eladro talked with animals. He just started conversing with them.
It's true.
I saw you cast the spell, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you cast.
No, Fierborg just get to talk to animals. Like, with
Special ability.
Yeah, I kinda
Oh,
thought
I
it was
swear I
like he
thought
had
you
the
had cast
ability to
speak with
talk to
animals.
trees,
I think
and
he did at one
animals.
point do that, but he also was able to speak with other animals without it.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about the one point when you did do it, and that was my basis for being able to talk to animals to Landro. So
Yeah, but this is like some dude who's just like, I can talk to trees.
Thank you so
Not to-
much for hanging out with us, Gibbs.
The world, literally, this world is full of magic.
Yeah, but what if there's like some crazy... Are you just gonna believe like some random dude is just like, I can talk to trees?
I heart you, Gibbs. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Good luck at work in the morning.
This
Hanging out.
Yeah,
this guy who talked to trees just made a great survival check to know where we're going. Why
yeah.
would you doubt?
It's true. And
That sounds like we're probably gonna believe him.
as he has his hand on this tree and you hear him mumbling these questions, you suddenly see him, his eyes just snap open, and he just looks to the south, and it's almost like a southwesterly direction, south by southwest. And as he just kind of just, almost just with this sense beyond sensing, you can just tell that he just feels this direction. At the same time this is happening, Ratul, you suddenly just look up and you see this face staring at you, and you see these big round eyes, these green eyes, and they blink, and suddenly you see this reddish face kind of pop out of the tree above Rafiki, and you just hear, and all of you suddenly look up and you see this little frog man.
Is my token somewhere on the map? Because I didn't see it.
No, this is a theater of the mind.
Okay, good.
Oh no,
So I was like,
you're not on this map. Sorry.
yeah, I was like, where's this frog at?
I didn't have you on this map because you had been inside the bar.
Hey, there I am.
There he is. It's true. So you suddenly, it's not actually on this map because you guys are further south than this. But anyway, you see this red face peering out of the bushes with these black spots, and you see along his legs, you see it kind of goes down into this very brilliant blue color, also with black spots on the lower part of his body. And you see him kind of just kind of lean forward out of this, and he just kind of cocks his head to one side, and then he cocks it to the other side, and then he croaks in this language you've never heard before at you, except for Rafiki. And you have heard this language before. You don't speak Grung, but you have heard them speak before, and you are familiar with, sort of a pantomiming sort of communications with these creatures.
Hello, good sir.
And you do recognize the face of Zigzag.
Hello, Zigzag. Good to see you again. We've seen each other.
He just
My hand will
kind of
come off my spear.
he nods at you. And
Would
he
you like
just,
a treat?
he just kind of points in the direction that you had just looked, and he just kind of he pops his hands together like this, and he waggles 2 fingers down.
Ah, see? He says go that way, just like I said.
And he goes like this. And then he waggles 2 fingers down again.
Follow the fingers. Simple deduction.
This is a strange jungle.
Have you been to other jungles?
Only one other.
I've been to one other too, but it was with kind of cool because there was like goblins riding spiders and stuff. Pretty neat.
That sounds interesting. I would have loved to have seen that.
Honestly, it's a pretty amazing sight, but
I mean, riding spiders. That sounds fun.
More like the thing of nightmares.
What are you talking
live
about?
a
You
little
don't want to
longer,
ride a
guy.
spider as a mount? Like, come on,
No.
man. You
Do,
guys
do you think a spider could hold me?
If it was
Yeah, it's a
bigger,
good point. You're probably like too heavy for it. Probably too heavy, unless it's like a even bigger spider. I've heard that there's like ones that you can just have like a massive spider that's like the size of a dragon. I've never seen it. Honestly, never seen it.
Now I want to see that.
Like a dragon spider?
Yeah.
Does it breathe spiders?
No, but it does. I'm pretty sure it would eat things that are like slightly smaller than a dragon.
That's some
Good
fucking
God,
nightmare
Nightmare
fuel.
fuel.
Nightmare
I feel like
fuel
I'm making
for
this stuff
fucking
up.
days, first of all. Let's just throw that out there. Jesus
Spider
Christ.
breath weapon.
I'm making a creature that does that now, so you're welcome.
Oh god.
That's what Xorak's fucking ultimate's gonna be.
Sounds pretty good, honestly.
Spider breath.
Yeah.
So you see this little frogman. He just kind of, like, as you guys are talking, he just kind of like cocks his head at you. And you see his big eyes kind of blink a couple of times, and he just kind of just hops off, just disappears into the brush, and you just hear brush kind of rustling, heading off in the direction that Rafiki had looked.
That's where we're going. That's where we're going. We head that way. Right?
Yeah. Southwest.
Pretty much.
So as you guys start heading to the southwest, and again, this is south of this map. You guys do travel for a while, and after some time, you see this large pyramid-like shape kind of rise up as you kind of come around a bend like of a hill, and you see it kind of nestled almost by itself in this valley. You see this ancient pyramid-like temple nestled amongst the foliage, the plants, and the trees.
I can't believe we didn't make it to the jungle without problems.
Sometimes you get lucky.
As
Hey,
you,
look! There seems to be a T-Rex over the horizon.
and as you say this, you're attacked by 1,000 T-Rexes.
Oh boy.
And Rafiki hugged every single one of them
And Rafiki hugs them. So,
Actually,
with their tiny little hands.
as you head towards this pyramid temple, you tread across cracked and overgrown flagstones, stepping over fallen, shattered pillars, pushing aside vines and briars. When you are nearly at the temple, the sound of a creature crashing through the underbrush comes from behind you. As you turn around, you see people that had been in the area moving through the woods towards this clearing suddenly around the pyramid. And from the bushes, you see Zigzag rushing at you through the tops of these trees. And as he's coming right up to the edge of this clearing, you see this look of panic almost on his face. And suddenly the earth shudders and gapes open beneath your feet, and you are falling amid the roar of collapsing masonry. Dust fills the air and sunlight disappears as darkness swallows you whole.
Now we just fall into a
Not
pit.
this crap again!
Yay, pit trap.
I blame Mara! No, I'm kidding.
And you guys find yourselves in this chamber as the dust starts to clear, as your dark vision kicks in. Can you guys see anything on this map?
Let me just find
cannot.
myself.
Can't see
Yeah,
anything?
I'm
at
not
all?
finding myself.
Well, so far.
Perfect.
No.
My drift globe would
I don't
is
even see myself
also
on the map.
there.
I
I
have
don't
not,
see myself on the map either.
I have not put anybody on the map.
Okay, that's probably fine.
I am doing that right now. If you will look in the bottom right corner,
Oh yeah, actually, yeah.
you will find yourselves on this map. And you immediately... Everyone has found themselves, yes?
No,
Uh-huh.
I don't see anything.
Found myself
You
way
don't
at the
see
far end.
anything?
Nope.
I can.
Oh, I didn't give you night vision yet, sorry.
Kitty can't see in the dark.
I have a drift globe that's following us. For
60
my
foot.
and how you would.
Yes, and let's discuss that here in a moment.
Well, at least nobody fell down the stairs this time.
Can you see now?
At least better
Oh,
than...
ha ha ha.
No, I don't see anything.
But you don't know about
Bottom
this.
right?
This is like your past character saying this.
That's why I'm laughing sarcastically.
Ah, there it goes.
Then
Now I
exactly.
see.
Now you see him?
Yeah, he loaded up.
Let me save this token real quick. Welcome to D&D Online.
Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the
We got fun and
jungle.
games.
I got lots of fun and games for you guys.
That sounds good.
So,
Sounds good to me.
one thing to know is that up on this map is east. Okay?
Huh?
So when I
What?
say east, west, north, south in my descriptions, if you're looking up, which would normally be north on a map, that is actually east. So looking to the left, I'm probably
It's
backwards
north?
to you guys, but looking to the left is going to be north, looking down is going to be to the west, and looking to the right is going to be south. Just for perspective, okay?
Okay, we'll do our best to remember that.
Yeah, I know. It probably is.
Yeah, I guess.
It's confusing for me too, and I don't know why. It's actually a really long map, and that's why they did it. But I feel like they could have made it taller. But it's neither here nor. So you guys find yourselves in a long assassin. I have assassinated
long
myself. No.
The
You're
longest
in
that ever was.
the The longest you're in a long and narrow chamber running east to west. In the center of this apartment is a domed shape on the floor. In the east wall is a blank-faced stone door. The west room is blocked by fallen stone and rubble. Apparently, the result of collapse. You guys would know something about that because it just happened to you. The two side walls appear to have several niches cut into them. The shape in the center of the chamber appears to be a small alcove protected by a half dome with the open end facing towards the door in the east wall. This alcove is set in a recessed, shallow, tiled well, 1 foot deep and 10 feet wide. The alcove itself is 4 feet high. The recess contains some sort of display. The display appears to be a diorama depicting a hunting party of Ulman warriors in feathers and deer-hide garments in a mountainside scene. Some have pulled down a stag with the aid of a dog, another group is cleaning a small mule deer, and others have cornered a panther with their spears. A scout watches the panther from an outcropping above. He holds a metal staff with a loop in its end. It looks like a shepherd's crook. The 3 niches in both the northern and southern walls are 5 feet wide and about 3 feet off of the floor. And each niche contains a diorama depicting some aspect of tribal life. The 6-inch tall figures in all of the displays appear to be made of stucco, realistically and brightly painted. The scenes portrayed represent fishing, farming, religion, warfare, the creation story, and crafting. A cave-in completely blocks the west end of the chamber, where you guys stay. At a short interval, small amounts of rubble and dirt come spilling into the room, and several large stones appear to have wedged themselves tightly, closing the collapse. And as you guys look around, you immediately notice an amber texture to the air. You find it incredibly difficult to breathe. And we just, the only light sources we have at the moment is going to be the drift globe and dark vision, right?
Well, if there was a collapse, wouldn't there be sun coming in from the top?
No, it's completely filled in behind you. And you don't see Zigzag with you.
Oh, no.
So,
You guys start looking around for a way out of here if we can't get back the way we came.
Okay.
You said you're good at aerial movement. Can you jump up there?
it's collapsed. Where'd he jump?
I was about to say it's sealed. What are you talking about?
We
You
could
wanna-
I was thinking you might be able to unseal it, but
Oh,
no,
by
okay,
banging
no,
his head to the
no,
ceiling?
No, have you look. As the dwarf of the group who knows stonework, leave it alone.
And I'm
So-
just going to say, as the person with some common sense, what are you gonna expect him to like bang his head into the wall, and then the rocks loosen up from that?
I don't know.
You
I
don't
am
be the
that
guy who says
spirit,
common
man.
sense.
There it is.
I said
Okay.
some common.
Can you guys roll some nature checks for me?
Oh,
All of us, or just certain ones of us?
Rafiki, for sure.
Um,
Anyone else have a
I'm proficient
proficiency?
in nature.
Oh,
I do.
I don't have a proficiency.
Oh, I don't have a proficiency either.
I am.
Okay. Anyone
There
that's
you go.
proficient in
I
nature, go
do.
ahead and roll.
You can ignore mine.
What? Rafiki!
What the fuck?
I'm just good at it.
And Druk. Okay.
I'm supposed to be good at it too.
Wow.
So Rafiki and Druk, you guys both kind of like stop for a moment and you take in kind of a long breath and you smell the acridness of this amber. It's almost like a gas-like substance in the room. And Ratul, you immediately, you take kind of a smell as well, and you just feel this toxicity almost, and you immediately understand that this seems to be some sort of a poisonous gas that is permeating this chamber.
I just suddenly look back to the others and quickly say, cloth over the mouth now. This is poisonous.
Do we have charcoal?
Okay. And that, my friends, is going to be where we leave it off for this week. We have set foot into the hidden shrine of Taboa-chan, and my friends, the door is closed behind you. We're in this dungeon. So, that being said, I've had a lot of fun this week. It was definitely good to meet these new characters. It was good to get the new character faces, and obviously not new player faces, because we love our guys and we want to keep them. So I love telling this story with you guys. Thank you so much. I'm super excited about how this is going to be going forward with these new characters. I'm super excited to get into a couple of fights and see how these guys do in battle. I had some great laughs tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us, Lee. Thanks to Gibbs. I know you're not watching now, but hopefully you'll see the playback. Your generosity, as always, is humbling, and thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Anyone, even if you're just hanging out and watching, thank you so much. I appreciate any support that we get from anyone, whether it be, a donation to help these guys with the dice roll, or whether it be just hanging out and enjoying the storytelling and the fun that we're having. I love telling this story. I love hanging out with these guys and doing this thing. And it's a fun opportunity for me, and hopefully for these guys as well. I hope they enjoy it as much as I do. And I hope you guys enjoy watching it, those that you do come back and keep hanging out with us. So appreciate it, especially during this time where, just getting out of your own head and getting into another world and having a good time and having a few laughs with all of us crazy characters is, honestly, I feel like it's kind of necessary right now. And I'm glad that those of you who do kind of tune in to hang out with us, I hope you get some pleasure and some enjoyment, a little distraction out of it for sure. As always, take care of yourselves out there. Please be healthy. Please be safe. Wash your hands, everybody. I see you out there not washing your hands. You just do the thing. Just kidding. I'm sure everybody's good about that. You guys do that thing. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We will see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Come back and see us. Hopefully we'll be starting closer to 6 next week. I'm going to try and see if I can get off early again next week. We'll see what happens, but who knows. Otherwise, we'll be starting at 7. I'll try and keep that updated as well. Go check out our YouTube. Go subscribe to that thing. Go watch the videos. Go check out our Discord. Check out the Facebook. Check out the Twitter. I'm getting all of that stuff going, getting all of that stuff caught up. Go like all those things. Go subscribe to all of those things. All of it's free. It just takes a couple of seconds for you guys to go do that. And I definitely appreciate anyone that does. And yeah, anyway, you guys have a great week. Please come back and see us again and enjoy. One thing that we didn't do tonight is announce the name of our group, our new group, and it is actually named partially in honor of our new Dragoon character. And we have decided upon the Dragonspear Fellowship as the name for this group of heroes, partially inspired by this Dragoon here with his big old giant dragon spear. So we are going to be going with that forward. I wanted to kind of put a name to it because I think it's cool. So anyway, that being said, love you guys. Come see us again next week. Take care. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Good night, guys. Bye, everyone.